Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, now in this video we are going to discuss regarding energy flow only, means the third component of ecosystem, second video. So here I thought to give second video based on this one. So here also some more information I have brought for you. So come let us have a look on this. Okay students, so don't forget on third component of ecosystem means on energy flow we are going to discuss the information in second video. So means total entire information, so we have divided into two parts, so energy flow 1 and energy flow 2. Come let us have a look on this. Right, now energy flow on energy flow second video, that's why I have given number as 2. Now the detritus of food chain, detritus food chain begins with dead and organic matter. Okay, dead and decay matter also we can be taken. So this detritus food chain begins with dead and organic matter is made up of decomposers. So definitely in a detritus food chain means here we can write simply DFC. DFC is nothing but detritus food chain definitely begins with dead and organic matter made up of decomposers. So means here decomposers involvement is there. So decomposers involvement is there in DFC. So thereby here what is the thing? These decomposers are heterotrophic organisms. These decomposers are heterotrophic organisms mainly. Sir, what is the meaning of a heterotrophic organisms? Sir, means heterotrophic organisms which are not having the capability to perform the process of photosynthesis. So that is the meaning of a heterotrophic. Autotrophic means we can understand what is the thing. So autotrophic means what are the organisms has the ability to perform the process of photosynthesis. So we can be taken as a heterotrophic, autotrophic, but here heterotrophic. Now these decomposers are heterotrophic organisms. So don't forget, very very important. Sir, what are the best examples, sir, under decomposers means? So mainly fungal members as well as bacterial members means according to the Robert Whittaker. So we have studied these fungal members as well as bacterial members under Kingdom Monera. Under Kingdom Monera we have seen the information of bacteria, and in Kingdom fungi we have seen the information regarding fungi. So thereby first kingdom and third kingdom, in first kingdom and in third kingdom we have studied the information regarding decomposers. These decomposers are heterotrophic organisms. So don't forget, important point. Now they meet their energy. So who is that? These heterotrophic organisms or these decomposers, they meet their energy and nutrient requirements by degrading dead organic matter or detritus. Sir, these organisms means these decomposers or these heterotrophic organisms, how they will absorb or how they will receive the nutrients, sir, or energy, sir, means. So here what is the information exclusively author was given to us is, so they meet their energy energy and nutrient requirements by degrading dead organic matter or detritus. So here by the detritus decomposition or dead organic matter decomposition process or degradation process is going on. So energy is liberated as well as nutrients also liberated. So these energy and nutrients so liberated, what are the nutrients or what are the energy or what is the energy is liberated? No, that is consumed by these decomposers or heterotrophic organisms. So means here what are the main organisms or what are the organisms are mainly involved in the decomposition process? These organisms we are calling by one more name, saprophytes. So in our textbook also meaning also they have given sapro means to decompose. So means definitely these saprophytes work on the dead and decay matter and digest or degrade the dead organic matter or detritus into mini particles. So means, so one more time in our +1 studies only we have learned, I have given information regarding saprophytes. Means these saprophytes definitely work or takes the food materials from the dead and decay organisms, that is that kind of organisms saprophytes we will call. Next one, parasites means suppose what are the organisms are taking the food materials from the living host means, so such kind of organisms we are calling as parasites. These two important differences you try to save in your mind. Now what are the organisms are involved in the decomposition? All these organisms are saprophytes. Why now only we are discussing all these organisms are degrading dead organic matter or detritus. No, so because of that reason, so these organisms we are calling as saprophytes. Don't forget important point. Next one, these decomposers. Sir, how they will decompose the process, sir? Means so here important reason, that is these decomposers secrete. These decomposers secrete digestive enzymes. These decomposers secrete which one? Digestive enzymes that break down digestive enzymes that break down. So that break down which one and which one? Dead and waste materials into simple inorganic materials. So here what is the thing? That these decomposers secrete digestive enzymes. Don't forget. So these decomposers secretes digestive enzymes that break down dead and waste materials. They break down dead and waste materials. So thereby what is happening means, so what are the breakdown materials? Means breakdown dead and waste materials into how? Simple as well as inorganic materials by which are subsequently absorbed by them. So first of all, organic material or the organic matter or the waste matter will be there. All these waste materials are break down by these digestive enzymes. Later which one formation takes place? Simple as well as inorganic. Simple as well as inorganic materials formation takes place. So what are the materials or what are the things are liberated while digestion process is going on? All these materials are absorbed by these decomposers. A point you understood or not? Now let us move forward. So here up to here very simple information only, very easily you can study. Okay, next one, in aquatic. Suppose if you see there in aquatic ecosystem or in an aquatic ecosystem, grammar if you'd like to follow, in an aquatic ecosystem, GFC means you try to say grazing food chain. Grading food chain is a major conduit for the energy flow. Means if you take aquatic ecosystem where we can see in oceans, in oceans or rivers or in water bodies, so simply so we can see, isn't it? So there major energy flow, major conduit, okay, major conduit for energy flow is GFC. So NEET examination point of view important. In the aquatic ecosystem, so energy how it will flow from the one place to another place means only, so majorly, so GFC plays an important role in a major conduit for energy flow. Means so there are different types of ecosystems you may find. Means but here in aquatic ecosystem, grazing food chain contributes more portion, or it is a plays an important role or a major role for energy flow. NEET examination point of view important. But now here you may ask, sir, in aquatic ecosystem, a grazing food chain plays an important role for energy flow means, sir, but now our knowledge point of view, terrestrial ecosystem also is there, no. So in a terrestrial ecosystem, so which one plays an important role, sir, for energy flow means, so that information also once let us see. As against this, in a terrestrial ecosystem, a much larger fraction of energy flows through the detritus food chain. So my dear students, so try to get this point. Suppose if you take aquatic ecosystem, for energy transport or for the energy flow, major role played by the grazing food chain, grazing food chain, whereas in a terrestrial ecosystem, so terrestrial ecosystem, larger fraction of energy flows through the detritus food chain, means simply DFC. In aquatic ecosystem, major role played by GFC in energy flow, whereas in a terrestrial ecosystem, major role played by the DFC. In a terrestrial, DFC; in aquatic, GFC. My dear students, these 2 points should try to save in your mind, please. Why? Because this is important. So in a NEET examinations, definitely they may ask these kind of statements. At the time you must be very familiar these kind of statements, otherwise chance is there to lose. Okay, right. Now let us move forward. So now let us continue to learn this one. So in a terrestrial ecosystem, a much larger fraction of energy flows through the detritus food chain than through GFC, means in comparison of a detritus food chain and a grazing food chain, through detritus food chain only larger fraction of energy flows. Where in terrestrial ecosystem, try to say this point in your mind, right? Now let us move forward. Now detritus food chain may be connected with the, so this particular detritus food chain is DFC, that may be connected with the grazing food chain GFC at some level. So means, sorry, 2 levels or 2 food chains are there. Now one is grazing food chain and one more is detritus food chain. So these 2 food chains will not never fuse, sir, means. So now here other what is the point here they are giving now? So definitely both are two different things, but in these are all definitely will be connected at some levels. So definitely connected at particular levels. So this point konja, okay, but you can leave this, right? Now some of the organisms of detritus food chain are prey to the DFC animals. So this point you try to say, means what are the organisms? What are the organisms are involved in decomposition? Or what are the organisms present in the detritus food chain or prey to the GFC, grazing food chain animals? Means suppose here earthworm or some kind of organisms you take. So these earthworm or some kind of decomposers are eaten by some kind of animals which are present in the GFC. So that one naturally only we will observe. No. Next one. So here suppose if any kind of dead and decay particles are present in the detritus food chain or some kind of worms we will see now in a dead bodies or within the dead body. So there some kind of worm like structures or some kind of organisms we will see there. So these kind of means what are the organisms are present in the DFC or eaten by the GFC animals. So in nature generally we will observe. So next one, and in a natural ecosystem, some animals like cockroaches and crows considered as omnivores. NEET examinations point of view. So these two means one is cockroaches and one more crow. Cockroaches and crows, so we will be considering as omnivores. Omnivores, best 2 examples in our textbook. So these two. So try to save in your mind. So these natural interconnection of food chains make food web. Means here natural interconnections will be there in a food chain. So when these different types of interconnected bridge will be there in food chains, all food chains together form one food web. So means how we can see, no, so food chain, no, that will be one sequential order. So when there are different types of food chains are running each other from one place to another place, so definitely all these are all interconnected. All food chains will be interconnected. Means if you see mosquitoes web, no, so you will understand. Means here one thread that will be moving from the one place to another place, so like form, so how food web. A point you understood or not? Means here the food chains are interconnected. So when these food chains are interconnected, definitely results in the formation of food web. So important point to try to save in your mind. Next one, based on the source. This point also is important, so try to by heart this one. Based on the source of their nutrition or food, organisms occupy a specific space, a specific place in the food chain that is known as tropical level. So here what is the point? So based on the source of their nutrition or food, based on the source of their nutrition or food, organisms occupy specific space in the food chain. Don't forget important point. Which one? Based on the source of the nutrition or food. Okay, these two things, organisms occupy different places or specific places. This point you try to say, specific spaces or places in a food chain. So that particular place only, our subject point of view, we are calling as tropical level or tropic level. So tropical level. So here tropical level means we know very well, no sir, we have seen so many times, means yes. So this particular thing in our classes also, through the Zoom app and through the so many videos I have given this particular information, but you don't forget important, right? Now in this particular case, no, there are different types of tropical levels are there. So there are different types of tropical levels are there. Their producers belong to the first tropical level. Very, very important. Why? Because so these producers must be in first tropical level. Why? Because these producers only know prepares the food materials and supplies to the remaining tropical levels. At the time, these producers must be in first tropical level. Point you understood here. So later, next one, these producers means plants or grasses are eaten by herbivores. So that's why let us keep these herbivores in a second tropical level. Later, these herbivores are eaten by the carnivores. No, that's why these carnivores let us keep in third tropical level. Point you understood or not? Means here what is the point? Producers definitely comes under first tropical level. Later herbivores definitely comes under second tropical level, and carnivores definitely comes under third tropical level. My dear students, important points, these are all, try to save in your mind. Okay, next one, the important point, the important point to note that. Okay, so here, so as I said before, no, this is important point. Likewise, I'll say no. So now, author itself is saying what is that? It is important point to note. So what is the important point we have to note means, or we have to save means? So that is, what is the thing? No, the amount of energy decreases at each or at successive tropical levels. Means here, so if you are moving from the first tropical level to next tropical levels, so that is maybe from the first tropical level to second, third, fourth, when we are going like that. So author, what is the thing he was observed once you see it light? So the amount of energy decreases at successive tropical levels. Next one, when any organism dies, suppose if organism in any particular case, suppose if it dies, it is converted into detritus or dead biomass that so serves as an energy source for the decomposers. So here this particular point easy only means, suppose if any particular cause, suppose if any organism dies means, so that particular organism, so here definitely acting as energy source for whom? For decomposers. So here what is the thing now? Definitely these decomposers converts these particular detritus or dead biomass so definitely into so different types of simple inorganic levels or inorganic nutrients and eat. My point you understood or not? Means here what is the point now I am going to give you is, suppose unfortunately suppose if any particular organism dies means, so that particular organism we can be considered as energy source only for decomposers first. Decomposers. So these decomposers, as we have seen before, so these decomposers degrade these particular these dead and decay matter, so thereby finally converted into simple inorganic materials. Already we have seen now, so that information now we can remember into our minds, right? Now organisms at each tropical level depends on those at the lower tropical level for their energy demands. Means here what is the thing? Energy demands point of view means energy consumption point of view or energy taking point of view. Definitely what are the organisms are present at the in its tropical level, no, definitely those organisms definitely must depends on the lower tropical level. Once you see there down, so here primary producers are there, primary consumers are there, secondary consumers are there, tertiary consumers are there. Tropical levels point of view, so primary producers means plants comes under first tropical level, second tropical levels are there, third tropical levels are there, likewise so fourth tropical levels are there. In this particular case now, fourth tropical levels means what are the organisms are present at the fourth tropical level, so definitely depends on the third tropical level for energy consumption, and what are the organisms are present at the third tropical level definitely depends on the what are the organisms present in the second tropical level. Next one, second tropical level organisms definitely depends on the first tropical level. Am a point you understood or not? So likewise here also now what is the point we have seen? Organisms at each tropical levels depends on those at the lower tropical level for their energy demands. I hope you understood. So this particular point need examination point of view important, try to save please, right? Now each tropical level has a certain mass of living material. So means now only we have seen now, so first tropical level is there, second one is there, third is there, and fourth one is there. So now what is the point now other giving us? That is each tropical level has a certain mass of living material at a particular time is called as a standing crop. Means if you see first tropical level there certain mass of living material will be there, so next one certain in second tropical level also certain mass of living material will be there, likewise in third and fourth tropical levels also certain mass of living material will be there. So what is a living material or what is a certain mass of living material is present at the each tropical level, that particular certain mass of living material we will be considering as standing crop. Once you by heart along with me, standing crop is nothing but each tropical level has a certain mass of living material at particular time is referred as standing crop. Next one, so the standing crop is measured as so sir, how we can measure this, sir? Certain mass of living material, how we can measure this one means as the mass of living materials means how we can measure mass of living material means biomass we can be considered or the number of a unit area. So biomass, one case biomass we can by use of biomass or the mass of living material we can measure the standing crop or the number of unit area. To the number of unit area also based on that one we can measure what is a standing crop. Next one, the biomass of a specific or biomass of a species is expressed in terms of means here the biomass of a species. One more time you try to say biomass of species. Biomass of a species is expressed in terms of fresh or dry weight. So means definitely biomass of a species, so by using of two different types of units, one is we can use fresh weight or we can take dry weight also for measuring of biomass of species. Emma. So means sir, two we are taking no fresh weight we are taking as well as dry weight also we are taking no, but in comparison of these two, one is a fresh and a dry weight, which one is the best sir means so that point now let us see the measurement of biomass in terms of dry weight is more accurate. A point you understood here. Now what is the point? Dry weights we can use as well as fresh weights also we can use for measuring of a standing crop or biomass. So but which one gives the best or the accurate values means dry weight. Why? Because dry weight when we will obtain dry weight definitely we will obtain after loss of water particular in that particular tissue. So thereby accurate biomass or the measurement of a biomass, so very exactly we can obtain only in dry weight but not in fresh weight. Emma, try to save this point in your mind. Right. Next one, the number of tropical levels in the grazing food chain. Emma, now one more time, the number of tropical levels in the grazing food chain is restricted as a transfer of energy as follows. So here how, one more time let us read this. The number of tropical levels in the grazing food chain is restricted as the transfer of energy follows. Means here definitely what is the or number of tropical levels are there no in a grazing food chain. So there the transfer of energy also so follows some kind of follows definitely some kind of restrictions. Okay, so there one point author has given, that is 10% law. 10% law given by Lindemann. Already I have given this point in so many times. 10% law was given by Lindemann. So there, sir, 10% law, what is the meaning, sir? Means only 10% of the energy is transferred to each tropical level from its lower tropical level. Means one point we have learned no. So energy definitely always moves from the first tropical level to second to third to fourth level we have seen no. So there just energy is moving we have learned. We read, Emma, we learned like that. But exactly how much percentage of energy moves from the one tropical level to another tropical level, that time I didn't give. Now I am giving in presence of Lindemann. Now Lindemann, what is information he was given? Now one point you see there, just 10% of the energy is transferred. Just 10% of energy is transferred from one tropical level to another tropical level, or from each tropical level to, or from each tropical level from its lower tropical level. Means definitely, so from its lower tropical level only energy transfers to the higher tropical levels. A point you understood here. So that point, but here what is the point? Now we are stressing just 10% of energy only transferred from the one tropical level to another tropical level, or from the lower tropical level to higher tropical levels. So this point you try to say. Next one, in nature it is possible to have many levels. In nature many possibilities are there. So definitely, so many possibilities we can see in many levels. So now let us see. So first of all, producers we can see, later herbivores, later primary carnivores, later secondary carnivores in the grazing food chain. In grazing food chain point of view, so there are different types of levels we can see. So definitely once that particular thing also, now let us see. Producers we can take herbivores, primary carnivores, secondary carnivores in the grazing food chain. So now let us see. So here I have brought one particular table. So there now let us see. So what are the organisms comes under grazing food chain, and what are the organisms comes under aquatic. Likewise, now let us see grazing food chain. Now primary producers. So primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. So there primary producers known as comes under first tropical level, primary consumers comes under second tropic, secondary consumers third tropical level, and tertiary consumers comes under fourth tropical level. Now totally how many tropical levels are there? 4 are there. Now first tropical levels. So in a first tropical level, phytoplanktons generally we will see in aquatic. Next one, so on the terrestrial, grasses as well as trees. So here all these are all having the capability to perform the process of photosynthesis. That's why comes under first tropical level. Okay ma. Next one, zooplanktons. Definitely these zooplanktons depends on the phytoplanktons, that's why occupied second tropical level. Next one, under second tropical level no zooplanktons, grasshopper and cow we can take. Next one, third tropical level point of view, birds we can take, fishes we can take, and wolf also we can take. Why? Because these birds fishes feed on the zooplanktons, birds can feed over the grasshoppers, and likewise wolf it can take some other kind of organisms which are present in its lower tropical level. Next one, fourth tropical level point of view, man will eat fishes, so thereby man comes under fourth tropical level, but nutrients or food materials consumption point of view depends on the third tropical level, fishes and birds. Lion, so definitely it is also definitely successfully depends on its lower tropical level. So this is somewhat interesting information regarding tropical levels. I hope you understood this particular information. My dear students, what are the videos now I am going to take? Suppose if you are unable to understand, try to watch my videos once or twice. And one more request, try to watch my videos with more quality in your YouTube. Otherwise you cannot understand this particular information, what is the thing I have explained to you. So that's why don't wait or don't see for your MB, means what is a particular GB you will be having in your mobile. No, don't see that. So just you maintain a high quality video, then only you can understand very clearly. Thank you, but don't forget this particular entire information comes under third component of energy flow. Second video. So hereafter I will not give information regarding ecological pyramids. Why? Because I have given that particular information. Ecological pyramids I have explained already, so that's why tomorrow onwards I will start to give new information regarding biodiversity and its conservation. Thank you.